so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 3. Wagner, and he buries his first look.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton, and Coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. It's good.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Here's Halliburton. Driving in, and the dunk by Halliburton.
Oh, Tyrese. That is how you complete a drive.
Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. Fires from deep. The Pacers pull it in. Nembhard outside. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Suggs with it. Picked up by Mathurin. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Off the mark there with a 3. The Pacers have gone 1 for 3 so far. And Siakam with the slam!
Wow. Siakam putting something extra on that one. Just a gifted player with style and substance.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Tyrese Halliburton.
Man, the defender really went after him.
That's good from Suggs. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Now here's Siakam. Three-pointer Mathurin, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mathurin.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Magic leading by 4. Wagner outside. Here's the 3. The rebound by Turner. Indiana has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And stolen by Banchero. Outside, Caldwell Pope.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Suggs surveys the D from deep. And that's good. Contavious Caldwell Pope for 3.
And a smart feed from Suggs. The defense making it easy, leaving his teammate open.
Siakam for 3. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton. Siakam's got 5 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Suggs. Clock at 6. Pass to Banchero. Fires the 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Turner, a screen on Suggs. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. To the inside. Kicks it out to Siakam. Orlando with the rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Wagner with a screen. Suggs, the pass to Wagner. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Nembhard. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
And the coaching staff, they love this. I mean, Siakam, he's engaged, aggressive, just getting after it on the defensive end.
Now here's Turner. Turner, a screen on Banchero. Siakam for three. They grab their own miss.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Here's Suggs. Outside, Caldwell Pope from behind the arc. Gets the three to fall. Caldwell Pope's got his second basket of the game.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's McConnell in at point guard. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant. But even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Launches a three. It's hauled in by McConnell. Pacers trail by 7. Siakam with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Pass to McConnell. Indiana again missing. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Here's Isaac, and the dunk by Isaac.
And really nice timing by Isaac on the glass, winning himself a great second chance look.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
McConnell, good.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Here's the pick. Black passes to Caldwell Pope. Connects from downtown. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points now this quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's De Silva, and he lays it up and in. De Silva's got his first points of the night.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Lets the three fly, and again, it's the Pacers from deep.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Shot's good by Black.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
McConnell from outside knocks down the triple. McConnell's got 12. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
To the middle. Here's De Silva. No, stop it in there. Jams it in. And he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam. So for the Magic, Wagner's checked in for Batase, and Caro comes in for Isaac. And Wagner's subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Now here's McConnell. Not a lot of room. And the layup is good off the glass. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Black. It's hauled in by McConnell. Indiana's gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Here's Mathurin. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Yeah, this is how impactful Mathurin can be in close. He loves jamming it home.
McConnell outside. This one for three. Can't get it to drop.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Here's Black. He's covered by Mathurin. Wagner outside. Siakam against Banchero. Banchero brushes off the contact and sinks the shot.
Yeah, look at Banchero opting for the soft finish. Great to see him be so versatile with his offense.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Wagner, and he jams it home with authority.
Woo!
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's De Silva. He's covered by Mathurin. Mathurin with a rebound. Mathurin's got 5 rebounds tonight. For 3. Knocks it down from distance. Mathurin's got 9. Good if it goes. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Orlando ahead. They lead by 2. Well, now a minute to check in with it. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, you look at TJ McConnell, he's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Batadze in at the 5. That's who's out there for Orlando. The 3 from Banchero. It's rebounded by Indiana. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And Neesmith gets it to go.
And look at the vision from Halliburton. Love seeing ball movement like this.
Here's Suggs. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Caldwell-Pope, the pass to Banchero. Wagner outside. Back to Banchero. 6 on the shot clock. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Excellent D there from Toppin. Halliburton on the wing. Pass to Bryant. Over to the wing. And here's Shepard for 3. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 4 rebounds now. Hits a 3-pointer. Caldwell-Pope's got 14 points for the game.
It's just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Magic leading by 4. Here's Suggs. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Out of bounds, it'll be Orlando's ball. Orlando making a switch here. Isaac's checked in.
Number 1, Jonathan Isaac.
Orlando's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The 3 ball. And Toppin pulls it down. Pacers trail by 5. Neesmith on the wing. Neesmith on the wing. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Bryant. To stop the drought. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you, good stuff there. Here's Suggs, and there's the drive. The layup misses.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Pass to Toppin. For the tie. And he sinks the layup. Toppin's got 5.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Orlando making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. Anthony comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Down low. Stolen by Bryant. In transition, here come the Pacers. And here's Shepard for 3. The offensive rebound. Toppin. Halliburton, the pass to Bryant. 5 on the clock. For the lead. Halliburton nails the 3.
At the perimeter, Halliburton has a lot of confidence. He's just about always ready to take that shot.
Shot is good by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Pacers have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Here's Neesmith. Jams it in off a great move.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Anthony, left side. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Anthony's gotten his first bucket of the night.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Neesmith. And he can't get that one.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
First personal foul.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Batase's checked in for Carter. And the Pacers also making a change. McConnell's checked in. On the court for the Pacers. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. And it's McConnell in at the 1.
Too easy for Turner. The defense has to put up more of a fight around the rim.
Black passes to Wagner. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Magic lead by 1. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
There's the steal. Pass to Black. And Carroll left side. Here's Wagner. He's covered by Mathurin. Wagner, the pass to Bancaro. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Bancaro. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Orlando making some changes. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony, and it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look from that.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Nembhard. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando trailing here. Here's Bancaro. Suggs outside. Kicks it out to Wagner, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Suggs.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Indiana making a switch here. Toppin's checked in. And here's Indiana now. McConnell outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Turner. And here's Toppin. 6 to shoot. No good with a layup. And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. Caldwell Pope for 3. And Carroll passes to Batadze. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by McConnell. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
McConnell passes to Siakam. Siakam with a screen on Suggs. And it's McConnell on the drive. Toppin against Caldwell Pope. Toppin's shot is off. For Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Suggs against McConnell. The kick out to Bancaro. The Magic need to put one up here. Suggs, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Money!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Turner for 3. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Wagner for 3. Oh, the trifecta!
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
McConnell from outside. The shot off that time. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And that's a foul called on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
at the line for
And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
And it's Mathurin missing. So the Magic win it. This one was in the balance.
matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. It's good from long range.
Love the rise and fire approach from KCP. Gotta be impressed with this guy's confidence.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. Mobley wide open. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Suggs with the ball. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. He's looking for Caldwell Pope and finds him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Bitadze. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. And here is Hunter. That three off the mark.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Here's Wagner. Here's Bitadze. Now, here's Suggs. Banchero outside. Over Mobley. Banchero, that's good.
And playing with veteran poise against the shot clock. I like how Banchero handles the pressure.
Mitchell kicks to Okoro. From past the arc. Banchero grabs the board. Orlando's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope pass to Banchero. No good with the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Mobley left side. Suggs with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Another shot outside for Caldwell Pope. Launches it. Buries it from three-point range. Caldwell Pope's got a couple of threes now in the first of the matchup.
Yeah, you know, when you give Caldwell Pope any daylight to get his shot off, he's knocking it down. He's a gifted shooter.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Orlando shooting their first free throw tonight.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Gogo Bitadze. Banchero left side. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. Big challenge. Guys?
Thank you, David. Banchero, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Allen, that's good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 5-point game, and that one's good. Hunter.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Caldwell Pope with it. Now defended by Mitchell. And that one's good. Wagner.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Knocked away. Suggs with the steal. Wagner, right side, fires the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Mitchell. got a piece of it.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Wagner kicks to Bancaro. Pass to Suggs. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Wagner. Shoots over Mobley. Allen with the rebound. Here's Hunter. Fade away. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Magic lead by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Caldwell Pope out there with Black. Then there's Wagner. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's De Silva in at the small forward. This is out there for Orlando. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Pass to Isaac. Here's Black. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Misses the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 4. On the wing, Mitchell. Puts it up. And another miss by Cleveland. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Cavaliers shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. A good look from Mobley. Orlando grabs the miss. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Wagner has screen on Allen. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Caldwell Pope's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Allen finds Mobley. The 17-footer. That's short off the rim. Magic leading by 4. Caldwell Pope pass to Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Hard not to love the combo of speed and length on Isaac. I mean, that gives him a chance to give you some serious throwdowns.
Black grabs the board. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Isaac throws it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Orlando making some changes. Gogo Bitadze comes in for Mo Wagner. And it's Franz Wagner in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Allen. Wade comes in for Mobley. Max Strus is checked in for Okoro. And it's Garland in for Mitchell. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Wagner fires for 3. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Isaac. Isaac's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
Well, you have to keep Isaac off the boards. I mean, when he's that close to the rim and has good position, he's a threat to grab a bunch of rebounds.
Wade kicks to Garland. Wade sets the pick for Garland. They could use a bucket. Nailed from three-point land. Garland's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, very solid from D. Darius Garland hurts you in so many ways.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Bitadze. Here's Wagner, defended by Strus. Here's Black, still yet to score, and the shot is good. And the Magic lead by 12.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Thompson finds Garland. And here is Hunter. Beyond the arc. And another three for Cleveland.
He can take over, or Garland able to facilitate.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. The Magic making a switch here. Orlando leading by 9. Here's Wagner, and finished off by Wagner.
Good decision that time by Wagner, taking it straight line to the rim. The defense had no chance to stop it.
Garland dishes to Thompson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Pass to Hunter. Now, here's Thompson. The shot by Wade, wide open. And another miss by Cleveland. Now, here's Wagner. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Wagner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes it back.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson is out there with Wade. Then there's Javonte Green. Then there's Garland. And it's Strus in at the 2. Wagner on the wing. Pass to Suggs. There's the triple. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And it's Strus, top of the key. Cleveland moving it around. Back to Thompson. Kicks it out to Garland. Now Wade. This one for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Wagner with it. Now Green defending. For 3, Caldwell-Pope. And the 3 ball is good. Caldwell-Pope's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Magic. Thompson passes to Garland. Green with the ball. Now, here's Strus. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope. Suggs against Green. Wade for 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Suggs finds Wagner. Banchero inside. Wade is covering. Wagner passes to Suggs. Trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Magic lead by 21.
Boy, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Green kicks to Garland. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Garland's got 5 points so far. Magic leading by 19 points. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Cavaliers. Banchero. Batase the pass to Suggs. The three from Anthony. Good on the triple. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
When it comes to solid three-point shooting, Anthony makes them when they count the most.
Over in the corner, Green to the middle. And it's Thompson with the jam.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
De Silva. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Oh, the leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
Here's De Silva. Pass to Banchero. Here's De Silva. Now Suggs. With the teardrop, here's Bitadze. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Down low. And then Wade slams it in.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Mitchell's got his second basket of the game. Now Suggs. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Here's De Silva. Kicks it out to Banchero. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 18. The wide-open shot from Spruce. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got assist number 5 here tonight. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Launches it from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Banchero's got 7.
And more than respectable from 3. Banchero stretching his range there. Wow.
Mitchell kicks to Wade. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
On the wing, Mitchell. Thompson sets the pick for Mitchell. Wade from outside. A shot that time, not on target. Here's De Silva. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Orlando holding a big 18-point lead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Black. Mo Wagner out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's De Silva in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
First team foul.
Wagner on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Black the pass to Isaac. 4 on the clock. Here's De Silva. Traps in the tray.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac. I mean, solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
Thompson against Wagner. Mitchell wide open. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love that. That's a terrific answer there. Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Out to Wade. On the wing, Thompson. And here's Green outside. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Magic leading by 20. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Strus finds Wade. Back to Strus. Pass to Mitchell. Out to Wade. Off target from outside.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's De Silva, guarded by Green. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Offline with his 3. Well, Cleveland shooting a meager 37% for the game. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to De Silva. And that one is hammered home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Isaac. Here's Black. Pass to De Silva. Kicks it out to Wagner. Count the basket.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Wade, he's open. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 6 rebounds in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jared Allen's checked in for Thompson. Mobley comes in for Wade. Hunter's checked in for Green. And it's Okoro in for Max Strus. Wagner, and finished off by Wagner.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Magic.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, Drellis being the guy to carry the load offensively.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
And this is routine for Mitchell. He doesn't need much space to feel comfortable elevating.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Mobley. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball. So it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most.
really run their offense through their bigs.
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tooled big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
A look at the opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Now here's Mitchell. Hunter finds Allen. Over Turner. Indiana with a rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And the basket by Siakam.
Well, we talked about Siakam stretching to the three-point line. He knows no bounds out there. My goodness, that was long.
And here's Hunter for 3. Counted from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Halliburton misses. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, BA, got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game. Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Allen outside. Outside Hunter. Shoots over Mathurin. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Hunter's got 5 now.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Hunter. Mitchell with the ball. Takes a 3. Nails it from 3.
Donovan Mitchell will answer with his own 3. This guy has got a ton of pride and competitiveness.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Misses again, now 0 for 3. Cleveland has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and Coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, BA.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Here's Mobley. Kept alive.
2 minutes.
Pass to Allen.
2 minutes.
That one is off. The Pacers have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Halliburton for 3. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Halliburton misses.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Indiana's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. For 3, Mathurin sinks it. What range from downtown? Mathurin's got 9. Outside Hunter. Garland for 3. Sinks the tray.
Oh, Darius Garland asserting himself. The answer back from distance.
Halliburton looking for an opening. Three-pointer, no good.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
The Pacers have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. A good look from Mathurin. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. That shot wide open. He's got 10.
From three-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Nembhard outside. That three's off the mark. Hunter on the wing. Pass to Allen. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. And it's Halliburton in at the point. That's the 5 for the Pacers. The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
And it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range, and then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
Now here's Nembhard. He has 6. Siakam. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mobley's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the left wing. From outside the arc. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And the dunk by Halliburton.
How about that take from Halliburton? That's a big-time finish on the drive.
Mobley outside. Turner against Allen. Releases from the wing and drills it.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Pacers. The 3 is up. The rebound by Allen.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
Halliburton loves answering a challenge. A 3 made on one end means it's time for him to come back and answer.
Pass to Mobley. Now Hunter. Back to Mobley. Outside Hunter. The fader. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound. The Pacers have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Stolen by Mitchell. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Mobley, no good. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your tattoos ready. Especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. Mitchell, bullseye from distance. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have to find how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
This one for 3. Siakam pulls down the board. Indiana leading. Pass to Halliburton. Off target from three-point range. Cleveland has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. And here's Hunter for 3. And he misses. Only 2 for 6. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Nice catch and finish on the lob. Now it's a 4-point Indiana lead.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Here's Hunter. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Hunter's got 7.
Darius Garland playing the role of ball distributor to perfection. Pretty pass.
Shot's good by Matherin.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's Allen. Back to Garland. Takes the three. Pacers with a rebound. Turner's got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Nembhard. The floater. And that's 2 points on the layup. Nembhard's got 5 points now this quarter.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Pass to Allen. Shot from the wing. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 6 assists now in the game. Nembhard outside. Fires top of the key. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Mitchell. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Indiana ahead, up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Matherin.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
On the court right now for Cleveland. Max Strus is out there with Dean Wade. Then there's Okoro. Then it's Thompson. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. Here's Jerome. Wade. Off target with the 3. McConnell outside. The baseline Jay. And yep, it's good. And the Pacers lead by 7. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Okoro. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. Okoro's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Jerome passes to Strus. Back to Jerome. Here's Wade. He's scoreless. The bank shot, no good. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. McConnell from outside. Cavaliers with a rebound. Here's Jerome. Okoro outside. For 3. No good there. Pacers leading by 4. Toppin outside. From the high post. Off the left rim and out. Cleveland has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Wade. On the wing, Strus. Jerome on the wing. The 3 from Okoro. Doesn't go that time. For Indiana, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. And there's Shepard. That one's good on the assist by Toppin.
That's just good awareness from Toppin, willing to get it to the open guy immediately. Love the unselfishness.
Jerome passes to Okoro. Back to Jerome. Let's go with a 3. They get the rebound. Outside Strus. Here's the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
McConnell from outside. Drills it from deep. McConnell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Strus. tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Right side, Neesmith. Yes, it's good. And now it's an 8-point Indiana lead.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's McConnell. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Shoots over Thompson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Well, Cleveland's shooting at about 34% here in this game. Here's Okoro. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
A clear look for McConnell. And off the front iron, and in it goes. McConnell's got 7. Cavaliers trail by 8. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Strus with the bucket.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
And here's McConnell. He has 7. To the paint. Tipped. And now the Cavaliers on the break. And the finish on the break with the slam.
What an incredible athlete this guy is. Okoro rises up and finishes with force.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. From deep. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Okoro. Here's Wade. In transition, here come the Pacers. And here's Shepard for 3. On target from range. Shepard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Cavaliers trail by 6. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
But so aggressive at the arc. Darius Garland never shy about letting it fly.
Siakam outside. Siakam with a screen on Allen. Turner for 3. The rebound by Allen.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The 3 from Mitchell. Siakam pulls down the board. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. 3-point lead. Oh, making it look easy. Halliburton.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton in a rhythm, boy. He is something else to watch on the pull-up jump shot.
Garland against Halliburton. Garland, no good. Pacers leading by 6. On the wing, Mathurin. Guarded by Garland. And it's Mathurin missing. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Mitchell. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Siakam, and right on target.
Born in Cameroon, Pascal Siakam is yet another great NBA player out of Africa.
Pass to Allen. Outside Garland. It's good from the top of the key. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Halliburton for 3. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Mitchell. He's guarded by Nembhard. Mobley passes to Allen. Back to Mobley. Over Siakam. Outside Hunter. Allen with a screen on Mathurin. Hunter can't get it to go. Pacers leading by 4. Nembhard outside. The shot from 20 feet out. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 11 rebounds in the game. And here's Hunter from the arc. Knocks down the long J.
Evan Mobley Mosley might be a big man, but boy, how about the touch on that pass right there?
Three-pointer Mathurin. And Indiana misses again. Cleveland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Mobley on a screen to take the lead. And there's Mitchell on the assist by Mobley. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Halliburton for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Halliburton has the kind of personality that keeps him steady in big-time moments. How about that? Unfazed.
Fires from the corner. Indiana with a rebound. Turner's got rebound number 8 now. Outside Mathurin. Over Hunter. And right on target. That was good. And now it's a 4-point Indiana lead. Outside Mitchell. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Hunter. Gets it to go from the corner. Hunter's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 55% since the start of the fourth. Garland finds Mitchell. Fires for 3. Can't get it to go. Shooting 7 for 13 from the field now. Halliburton outside. Pass to Siakam. And here's Mathurin. Siakam with a screen on Hunter. The 3. Mathurin. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
And a huge shot from Mathurin. This guy has ice water in his veins.
On the wing, Mitchell. Three-pointer. He connects. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Mathurin passes to Turner.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on. There are guys who live for these moments. Donovan Mitchell in the house.
Here's Mathurin. Can't cash it in. Missed it. And so the big win by Cleveland in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them. No.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Bitadze in at the 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. Misses, and he wants that one back. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues, and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any.
Yep, I would agree. Halliburton against Suggs. Outside Turner. And a wide open look for Siakam. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
And it's Suggs missing. Indiana's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points sprung up from outside here in the first. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Three-pointer and stolen by Wagner. The finish and finish off by Wagner.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now, here's Suggs. Following the miss by Miles Turner. Good D by Siakam.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
Now, here's Suggs. Here's Wagner. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Indiana ball.
Pacers leading by 9. Halliburton outside. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. It's tipped. Here's Suggs from beyond the arc, and then some. Suggs has got 5 now.
Oh, confident shot by Suggs. He just goes right up and lets it fly.
The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. And here's Halliburton after Paolo Banchero made that last three-pointer. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. he has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. Turner for three. Indiana again missing. The Magic trail by 5. Here's Black, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And stolen by Wagner. It could go. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. In a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's McConnell in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
For 3, Caldwell Pope hands it from downtown. Caldwell Pope's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And the wide open shot from McConnell. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
What a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
And stolen by Siakam. There's the 3. A shot by McConnell, no good. The Magic trail by 7. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. McConnell passes to Nembhard. Back to McConnell. The 3. Rebounded by Isaac. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
And Caldwell Pope able to hit those mid-range shots consistently, but that's one the defense will live with.
Now, here's McConnell from the arc. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, you're going to struggle when you're forcing up shots like that. Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's McConnell. A 3-pointer is right on target. McConnell's got a pair of triples in the second now for Indiana. Here's Black. That's it, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's McConnell.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Mathurin for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Mathurin's got 5.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And McConnell gets it to go.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Wagner finds Isaac. Here's Black. He has 6. Kicks it out to Wagner. Off target from 3-point range.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Halliburton's checked in for T.J. McConnell. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Gogo Bitadze's checked in for Wagner. Paulo Banchero comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Franz Wagner's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black. Here's Mathurin. Jalen Suggs making his last shot. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Magic trail by 8. Takes it inside. Banchero outside. 40 seconds left in the first half. 6 to shoot. There's the screen. Lets it go with the 3. Pass to Suggs. Pacers with the rebound. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Driving to the basket. And he recovers it. Outside Mathurin. From downtown. The rebound by Bitadze. Wagner outside. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect.
All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums. They're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Both on the floor at the 3 and 5. It's the Wagner brothers, Franz and Mo. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Banchero in at the power forward.
So good at just reading the defense. That time, Halliburton maintains his dribble and gets to where he wants to go.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and Toppin throws it down.
Oh, a fantastic combo guard. Halliburton understands really how to score as well as distribute the rock.
Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches and jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
Did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Kevin, thank you. Paulo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. DA thanks. Here's Suggs. Lays it up off the glass. Suggs has got 9.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
Halliburton passes to Neesmith. Poke loose. Suggs with the steal. Wagner kicks to Suggs. There's the lob to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
Here's Neesmith. Tipped away. Halliburton finds Neesmith. And a screen on Wagner. Bryant with it. Picked up by Bancaro. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. They get it back. Bryant can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 6 to the paint. And finished off by Bancaro.
How about Bancaro showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
Halliburton for 3. Now, here's Neesmith. He's covered by Bancaro. Indiana moving the ball. Here's Halliburton. And that one's on target from the wing. 10 points for him. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Halliburton drives in. Shepard the pass to Toppin. Fires the 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And finished off by Wagner.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. So for the Magic, 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Nembhard the pass to Turner. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Pass to Black. For the lead. And the layup is up and in. Black's got 8 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And so it's Franz Wagner making highlights for Orlando. What a quarter.
Come on, everyone.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. A 2-point game. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. And it's McConnell in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Siakam for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Isaac passes to Bitadze. Back to Isaac. Here's Bitadze. Anthony dishes to Black. 5 on the clock. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Second chance effort. Pass to De Silva. They set the screen over Turner. De Silva, no good. Indiana leading. Siakam for 3. And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Launches a 3. Isaac with the steal.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal. And that's enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal and then off to the races.
A shot by McConnell, no good. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Isaac misses. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Well, Orlando shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Pass to De Silva. They set the pick to the left side wing. Black the pass to Bitadze. 4 on the shot clock. Isaac. Tries again. It's Black in the corner. Pass to De Silva. And it's off from three-point range. Indiana trailing here. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Suggs. Banchero, a screen on McConnell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now McConnell. Siakam sets a screen for McConnell. Siakam passes to Mathurin.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And here's McConnell. Just 4 to shoot. The tray. It's hauled in by the Magic. Wagner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Siakam inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by the Magic. Banchero kicks to Suggs. The 3. Another miss by Orlando. Indiana's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Mathurin, good. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stretch for the Pacers?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Halliburton's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. Turner with the screen for McConnell. Siakam passes to McConnell. Drills the three-pointer. And the Pacers lead by 4.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Suggs with a screen for Caldwell Pope. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Pass to Halliburton. Turner with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Miles Turner.
Yeah, that was bound to get ugly. Turner is so assertive, working inside. Defense got messy.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Suggs.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. There's McConnell. It drops.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
He drops the first one. That narrows the gap to 1.
Jalen Suggs taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Suggs.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of as he's able to tie it up.
Halliburton. Siakam passes to McConnell.
Orlando continues your point. First personal foul. Third team foul.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
Morris Porter.
And the second free throw, no good. A top right there. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero out there with Gogo Batase. And it's Suggs in at the 1. Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's big off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
Caldwell Pope's shot is off. Mitchell against Banchero. Deflected. Left side, Caldwell Pope. Here's Batase. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Hunter, a screen on Suggs. Here's Mobley, takes it inside, and Mobley throws it down.
I love seeing Mobley take initiative, creating himself on the attack with a thunderous finish.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Mobley passes to Mitchell. Okoro outside. Puts up a deep 3. Pass to Mobley. Over Banchero. And the jumper from the wing offline. The Magic have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I mean, did you see the strength and force? I mean, that's what puts Banchero ahead.
And here's Hunter for 3. It's rebounded by Batase.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 5. The 3 from Okoro. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Strus, he's checked in for Okoro.
Screen team, let's give him a big hand.
The Magic have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. And Suggs, here we go. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Big but quick. Suggs so powerful off the drive.
The 3 from Mitchell. That one doesn't drop.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time. And it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Hunter. Back to Allen. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul of the game. Orlando making a switch here. Black's checked in.
For the Magic, number 0.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his first foul. Wagner's checked in for Batase.
Magic substitution, number 21.
Orlando with the ball. 7-point differential.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Mobley outside. Pass to Allen. Now here's Mitchell. Back to Allen. Out to Mobley. Looking to end the run. Great D that time from Banchero. Orlando leading by 9. Inside. Now Caldwell Pope. Plenty of space. Mobley grabs the board.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Here's Mitchell. Nice D from Wagner.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Pass Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
For three, Allen. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Not known as a quick shooter, but Allen shows what he's got there.
Here's Black. Yet to see a basket. Caldwell Pope for 3. Fires in the triple.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And Allen gets it to go.
More than just a low post threat, Allen is also capable of connecting from the mid-range.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Black. The kick out to Banchero. Shot clock at 6. The Magic need to put one up here. Jacks up at 3. He can't get that one to fall. Strus with a deep 3. That shot missing. And so it's Orlando. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
On the court for Orlando, they've got Mo Wagner, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Black in at point guard. Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. The 3 hits the trifecta.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Garland, the pass to Wade. From downtown, Orlando with the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Caldwell Pope finds Wagner. Caldwell Pope against Strus. Here's De Silva. Hunter with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 10. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Here's Black. No made baskets yet. Kicks it out to Isaac. Back to Caldwell Pope. No luck on that one. Hunter with some nice D. Left side Garland. Pass to Wade. Back to Garland. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Back to Caldwell Pope. The 3 is up. Strus with a defensive effort. Cavaliers trail by 7. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavs will retain possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good out.
So Orlando going with an almost entire new group here. Garland for 3. Can't hit that one. Magic leading by 7. The 3 from Suggs. Offensive rebound. Tadze. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Max Strus picks one up. Black's checked in for Orlando. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you combine his length and leaping ability, Allen is a ridiculous lob threat.
Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Black passes to Batadze. And here's Wagner. Suggs outside. To the right side. All alone. And all around the rim that time before dropping. And now a 12-point Orlando lead.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Back to Garland. And stolen by Suggs. Pass to Black. Now Banchero. It's rebounded by Wade. Suggs against Garland. Here's Wade. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from three.
And the other area they've impressed me is their commitment to the dribble drive, not settling from the perimeter.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Wade. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Wade's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Back to Batadze. And he makes it on the layup. And the Magic lead by 10.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Allen finds Strus. Here's Wade. 4-3. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Wagner. And that one is stuffed right through.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Got it. Allen's gotten 4 this quarter.
Watching Allen go to work inside is a thing of beauty. He's so confident operating around the rim.
And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. Trailing by 10.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
The Magic have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. He buries it from 3.
A solid jump shooter. Now, the defense has to get up on Suggs, or that's going to happen.
Here's Wade, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Right wing. From the arc. And the Cavaliers, another 3. Stolen by Strus. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Magic up 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Jerome. Dean Wade is out there with Chuma Okeke. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Mitchell in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Down low. And stolen by Banchero. In transition, the Magic on the run. And he slams it in one-handed.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Here's Okeke. Pass to Jerome. Here's Wade, defended by Wagner. Lets the 3 fly. Wade, that's good. Wade's got 11.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Banchero the screen. Suggs, the pass to Batadze. And here's Caldwell Pope, checked by Mitchell. Back to Batadze. On the wing, Caldwell Pope lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. He's got 9.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Okiki. 3-pointer off the mark. Magic leading by 7. Wagner outside. There's the triple. Here's Batadze. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. PA?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
Garland finds Thompson. Into the lane. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Getting better at recognizing when his teammates are moving. Garland, great time right there.
Over to the left wing. De Silva. Pure from 3-point range. De Silva's got his second basket.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
And the shot is good by Garland. And it's the Magic with the ball. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Suggs, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 8.
2 minutes.
Pass to Mobley.
2 minutes.
Mobley, a screen on Isaac. Garland for 3. Here's Mobley. And it's good for 2. Mobley's got 6 points.
When you're guarding Mobley, you have to finish the possession on D. Seal him off, or Evan, look, this man's going to punish you on that glass.
The 3-ball. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now. Oh, Spider Mitchell, wow.
A guard with major hops. Now, you know Mitchell loves getting chances to finish off those alley-oops.
To the paint. Garland for 3. And Cleveland another 3.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback. Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Okoro is checked in for Cleveland. Anthony's checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Suggs. Thompson passes to Mobley. Outside Strus. So they take the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Here's Black. Kicks it out to Wagner. They need this. Pass to Black. 6 on the shot clock. With time running down on the shot clock. Black's got his first basket.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Mobley with it. Back to Garland. Wing shot on the way. Mobley, no good. And the Magic pushing it up now. 3-pointer, Anthony. They get it back. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. It's a tie game in Cleveland. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Cole Anthony, and it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. From deep, Mobley. The 3 from Okoro. Orlando with the rebound. Here's De Silva. Pass to Black. Here's De Silva. Isaac outside. Hey, from beyond the arc. He's rebounded by Okoro. The Cavs trailing. Here's Thompson. Basket's good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Here's De Silva. There's the drive. That one's good for 2.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Magic substitution. Paolo Banchero.
Here's Garland. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
He is a leader on and off the floor. This man is a coach's dream.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. And the Magic making a change here. Bataze's checked in.
Number 35.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Garland, the pass to Mobley. And stolen by Suggs. It's a one-on-one situation. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Mobley, left side, puts up a 3. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
It's stolen by Garland. Okoro on the wing to the inside. Outside Garland. Fires the 3. It's another 3 for Cleveland. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
To the middle, Wagner with a steal. And if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Banchero right side. Back to Wagner. Uses the glass on the layup.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. For the Cavaliers, Allen, he's checked in for Thompson. Hunter comes in for Strus. And Mitchell subbed in for Garland. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. Banchero surveys. Shot clock at 5. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Bataze. Misses the jumper from the wing.
I guess we can credit the defense for that one going wide. They did everything they could to influence the shot.
Back to Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
Now the defense has no answer for Mitchell's leaping ability. This man goes up and he will put it down on you quick.
That one drops for him.
Putting this team on his back. I love seeing Suggs take charge like this.
Pass to Mobley. Mitchell with the ball. He's covered by Suggs. Three-pointer. And there's Mitchell on the assist by Mobley. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by Mobley. Banchero passes to Bataze. Back to Banchero. Banchero hammers it home.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants
wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him. Wagner's checked in for Batase.
In for the Magic, number 21.
And Cleveland has possession, leading by 5. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Wagner for 3. And it's good. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys don't back down under the pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And Cleveland making a change here. Garland's checked in. And Cleveland has possession. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Mitchell against Caldwell Pope. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Ben Carroll, his second, 13 foul. At the line for your Cavaliers with 2 shots.
So the first one drops. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Darius Garland, 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
The last make was huge. Now, realistically, the worst case scenario for them is OT.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Suggs. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
And a 3 would tie it up. If they have to make 1 extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Misses the trade. And so it's the Cavaliers who come out on top. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish.
matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the point. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Strus passes to Mobley. It's up a 3. Pacers with the rebound.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
And a wide-open look for Mathurin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here are the Cavaliers. Strus passes to Mobley. From 18 feet away, the Cavaliers again can't hit. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
He had a nice open look right there.
And with each made 3, Mathurin's confidence rises, an encouraging sign.
Mobley a screen on Halliburton. Garland, that's for 2. Gets an open look and hits.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Turner with the screen for Halliburton. Here's Nembhard. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. It's stolen by Strus. Garland with it. Halliburton picks him up. And Mobley throws it down.
Superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his teammate.
Siakam outside. Takes the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The 3 from Garland. The shot, no good. The Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Trains the three-pointer.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Indiana trailing here. Left side, Halliburton. Siakam kicks to Halliburton. Siakam passes to Halliburton. Clock at 6. For the 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Halliburton, with the answer, was anxious to throw it right back at him.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. We talked about Benedict Mathurin, their confident wing. Coach said guarding Mathurin is a challenge. He's got that it factor. So we've told our guys who are defending him, you have to try to match his intensity. He'll eat you alive. Checking Benedict Mathurin, never an easy assignment. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Now, Garland. Following the three-point attempt by Miles Turner. And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers' Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Here's Mobley, following the score by Indiana. And here's Strus for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Halliburton passes to Nembhard. Mobley with the rebound. Cavaliers trailing. A 3 from Strus. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now here's Mathurin, the fast break chance. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mathurin's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Pacers.
Oh, the size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
The 3 from Garland. Hits it from three-point range. Garland's got 5 minutes.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pascal Siakam.
Gets it off. No good. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Pacers. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Indiana?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
And so in the game for the Pacers, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. Here's Halliburton after the made shot from Evan Mobley. Here's Mathurin with plenty of space. The baseline jumper goes down. 8 points for him.
Looking confident taking his shot. Very confident. Mathurin, complete belief in himself.
Mobley sets the pick for Garland. Siakam pulls it in.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Fires from deep. The Cavaliers pull it in. Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. And you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
Evan Mobley with the assist.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And a wide open look for Siakam. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Siakam's got 5 points in the quarter. Outside Garland shoots the 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Nembhard finds Mathurin from the corner, and he drops that one in. That's 10 points here for Benedict Mathurin.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The 3 from Garland gets that one to drop, bumping him up to 3 for 10. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Traps in the tray.
And how about the accuracy and how deep that triple was. Garland continues to amaze with his range, knocking down that triple.
Now, here's Siakam. 7 points in the game.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And here's Garland for three. Another miss by Garland. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 4. And Turner throws it down.
And Turner is an athletic behemoth. What a word. And he's really good when it comes to finishing off. Alley-oop.
Here's Mobley from outside the arc. The rebound by Halliburton. It's Nembhard on the wing. Shot, high post. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Nembhard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers. Garland against Halliburton. Garland kicks to Allen. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Outside Mathurin. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
And it's an 11-point Pacer lead.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And we finish one half of basketball. Pacers lead by 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Wade out there with Hunter. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Sam Merrill. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Now here's Thompson. Hunter finds Thompson. Fades. And it's Bryant with the rebound. Indiana leading by 11. McConnell with it. Screen by Bryant. A shot by McConnell, no good. Pass to Hunter. Fires from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Toppin sets a screen for McConnell. The kick out to Bryant. From past the arc, drills the three-pointer. McConnell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
From deep. Hunter, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Goes up on the wing, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Shepard's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Jerome, still without a basket. And Merrill has it in the corner. Pass to Jerome. Over McConnell. And with that shot, the Indiana leads cut back down to 11 now as they get an important basket that time from Jerome. Here's McConnell. They grab their own miss. And Dean Wade gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Cleveland on defense. Here's Neesmith. A three-pointer off the mark. And Clark, as we watch Aaron Neesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Neesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc.
And so here's Cleveland, following the score by Indiana. Lets the 3 fly. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Jerome.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's McConnell, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. McConnell's got 8.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Hunter. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Merrill passes to Hunter. Unloads. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. 3 on 3. And the wide open shot from McConnell. Drills it from outside. McConnell's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers. Hunter dishes to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Bryant's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
From downtown, and the Pacers another 3.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And that one's good. Hunter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
McConnell scanning the floor. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Indiana in command. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Cavaliers trail by 16 on the court for Indiana. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Halliburton after Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. Nembhard on the 3 off target. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best.
Pacers foul. Pascal Siakam. His first team foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Evan Mobley. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Pacers leading by 12. Halliburton outside. Mobley against Siakam. Good on the shot.
And Siakam always has options in the mid-range. He's a talented shooter who can make that shot.
The wide open look here for Garland. Drains it from beyond the arc. Garland's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Cavs. Halliburton for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
3 points.
And the Pacers lead by 14.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And it's Mitchell missing. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. It's stolen by Allen. Garland with it. Mathurin picks him up. Garland kicks to Allen. Trying to find Strus, and he gets it to him. Mobley. Offensive rebound. Halliburton with the steal. Here's Siakam. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. Like, you can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Halliburton finds Turner. And here is Siakam for three. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Strus for three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game. Halliburton against Garland. Pass to Siakam. Another miss by Siakam. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 13. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Pacers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Mathurin for 3. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
What a motor. Mathurin can go all night, and he has. What a performance.
Fires the 3. And that's good. Darius Garland for 3. Garland's got 9 points now in just the second half. Halliburton right side. Siakam with it. Garland picks him up. Siakam misses. The Cavaliers trail by 13. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. And he knocks down the first
At the
one.
line for your Cavaliers, Evan Mobley, taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. 1:33 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Mathurin. Turner passes to Mathurin. Lets it go with a 3. And the Pacers another 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Halliburton. Count it. Halliburton's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Pacers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Benedict Mathurin.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Siakam's shot is off. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. And slam dunk by Allen.
Darius Garland with the assist.
And so it's Indiana with it. They led by as many as 18 points. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. Pass to Mathurin. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Strus. And they're running. Here's Mitchell.
Mitchell.
From deep three-point territory. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home.